Hello, dear student. Welcome to the chapter. This is Jody's phone. ये स्टोरी है फोन की, है ना, यानी कि डियर की. पढ़ते हैं. Jody allowed his thoughts to drift back to the phone. He could not keep it out of his mind. He had held it in his dreams, in his arms. He slipped from the table and went to his father's bedside. Penny lay at rest. His eyes were open and clear, but the pupils were still dark and dilated. वो सपने में देख रहा था ना. Jody said, "How are you feeling, Pa?" Pa उसके बीमार है. Just fine, son. Old death has gone living elsewhere, but was not it close shave? I agree. Penny said, "I am proud of you, boy. The way you kept your head and did what was needed, Pa." Yes, son. Pa, do you recollect the dough and the fawn? क्या आपने उन्हें इकट्ठा किया? Dough and fawn को. I can never forget them. I poor dough saved me. That is certain. Pa, the fawn may be out there. Yet it might be hungry and very scared, I suppose so. Pa, I'm a big boy now and don't need to drink milk. Why don't I go and see if I can find the fawn and bring it here and raise it? Penny lay quiet, staring at the ceiling. वो कह रहा है मैं बड़ा हो गया हूँ, मैं क्या दूध पीता बच्चा नहीं हूँ, जाऊंगा बाहर से हिरन को ले आऊंगा. Why you have got me hemmed in? It won't take much to raise it, Pa. It will soon start eating leaves and acorns. You are smarter than boys of your age. You took its mother, and it was not to blame. Surely it seems ungrateful to leave it to starve. Son, I can't say no to you. I never thought I would live to see another day. Can I ride back with Millville and see I can find it? Tell your ma I said you can go. He sidled back to the table and sat down. His mother was pouring coffee for everyone. He said, Ma, Pa says I can go bring back the fawn. She held the coffee pot in mid-air. What fawn? The fawn belonging to the doe who we killed. We used the doe's liver to draw out the poison and save Pa. हमने उसका लीवर यूज किया था, है ना, पा को बचाने के लिए. ठीक है, well for pity sake. Pa says it would be ungrateful to leave it to starve. Doc Wilson said, that's right, ma'am. Nothing in the world comes quite free. The boy is right and his dad is right. Millville said he can ride back with me. I will help him find it. She set down the pot helplessly. Well, if you will give it to me your milk, we will get you nothing else to feed it. Millville said, come on, boy. We have got to get riding. Ma Baxter asked anxiously. You will not be gone along. Jody said, I will be back before dinner for sure. Millville mounted his horse and pulled Jody behind. ये Millville है, horse पे ले गए बैठा के. He said to Millville, do you think the fawn is still here? Will you help me find him? तुम्हें पता है कि हिरन यहाँ होगा? We will find him if he's alive. हम ढूंढ लेंगे अगर वो जिंदा हो गया. The spots were all in a line on a doe fawn. Pa says the spots are very which way. Jody gave himself over to thoughts of the fawn. They passed the abandoned clearing. He said, cut to the north, Millville. It was up here that Pa got bitten by the snake and killed the doe, and I saw the fawn. सांप ने काटा था ना. Suddenly Jody was unwilling to have Millville with him. If the fawn was dead or could not be found, he could not have his disappointment seen, and if the fawn was there, the meeting would be so lovely and so secret that he could not endure to share it. He said, it is not far now, but the scrub is very thick for a horse. I can make it on foot. अब हमें खुद से ही चलना है. But I'm afraid to leave you, boy. Suppose you got lost or got bitten by the snake too. हो सकता तुम भी खो जाओ, तुम्हें भी सांप काट ले. I will take care. It might take me a long time to find the fawn. If he's wandered, leave me off right here. All right, but you take it easy now. You know north here and east. There and there. That tall pine makes a bearing so long. So long? Millville, I am obliged. Millville ने कहा भाई यहीं उतर जाओ, इसके आगे तो जा नहीं पा रहा घोड़ा अपना, वो मत जाना कहीं. He waited for the sound of the hoofs at the end. Then cut to the right. The scrub was still. Only his own crackling of twigs sounded across the silence. He wondered for an instant if he had mistaken his direction. Then a buzzard rose in front of him and flapped into air. He came into the clearing under the oaks. Buzzards sat in a circle around the carcass of the doe. They turned their heads on their long, scrawny necks and hissed at him. He threw his both at them and they flew into an adjacent tree. The sand showed large cat prints, but the big cat kills fresh, and they had left the dough to the carrion birds. He parted the grass at the place where he had seen the fawn. It did not seem possible that it was only yesterday. The fawn was no there. He circled the clearing. There was no sound, no sign. The buzzards crackled their wings, impatient to return to their business. He returned to the spot where the fawn had emerged and dropped on all fours, studying the sand for the small hoof prints. The night's rain had washed away all tracks except those of cat and buzzard. बारिश हुई थी रात में तो पानी गिरा तो सारे निशान मिट गए थे. Movement directly in front of him startled him so that he tumbled backward. The fawn lifted its face to his. It turned its head with a wide, wandering motion and shook him through with the stare of its liquid eyes. It was quivering. It made no effort to rise or run. Jody could not trust himself to move. पीछे देखा तो हिरन ही खड़ा था. He whispered, "It's me." The fawn lifted its nose, scenting him. He reached out one hand and laid it on the soft neck. His touch made him delirious. He moved forward on all fours until he was close beside it. He put his arms around its body. A light convulsion passed over it, but it did not stir. He stroked its sides as gently as though the fawn were a china deer, and he might break it. Its skin was very soft. It was sleek and clean and had a sweet scent of grass. He rose slowly and lifted the fawn from the ground. Its leg hung limply. They were surprisingly long, and he had to hoist the fawn as high as possible under his arm. देखो बच्चे ने पकड़ लिया उसको. He was afraid that it might kick and bleat at sight and smell of its. है ना, अपनी माँ की खुशबू सूंघते हो सकता कि किक मार दे. He skirted the clearing and pushed his way into the thicket. It was difficult to fight through with his burden. The fawn's leg caught in the bushes and he could not lift his own with freedom. He tried to shield its face from pickling vines. Its head bobbed with his stride. His heart thumped with the marvel of its acceptance of him. He reached the trail and walked as far as he could until he came to the intersection with the road home. He stopped to rest and set the fawn down on its dangling legs. It wavered on them, it looked at him and bleated. He said, enchanted, "I will carry you after I get my breath." मैं तुम्हें ले चलूंगा, मैं सांस तो लूं. He remembered his father saying that a fawn would follow if it had first been carried. He started away slowly. The fawn started after him. He came back to it and stroked it and walked away again. It took a few bobbling steps toward him and cried piteously. It was willing to follow him. It belonged to him. It was his own. He was light-headed with his joy. He wanted to fondle it, to run, roam with it, to call it to come to him. He dared not alarm it. He picked it up and carried it in front of him over his two arms. It seemed to him that he walked without effort. पहले वो सोच रहा था कि दौड़े इसके साथ, लेकिन क्या ऐसा करना ठीक नहीं है. मैं अपनी दोनों आर्म से उसको उठाया. His arms began to itch, and he was forced to stop again. When he walked on, the fawn followed him at once. He allowed it to walk a little distance. थोड़ी दूर तो उसने चलने दिया. And picked it up, फिर उसे उठा लिया. Distance home was nothing. He could have walked all day and into night, carrying it and watching it follow. He was wet with sweat. पसीने से भीग गया था. Light breeze blew through the June morning, cooling him. The sky was as clear as spring water in a blue china cup. He came to the clearing. It was fresh and green after the night's rain. He fumbled with the lash and was finally obliged to set down the fawn to manage it. Then he had an idea. He would walk into the house, into Penny's bedroom, with the fawn walking behind him. But at the steps, the fawn barked and refused to climb them. He picked it up and went to his father. Penny lay with closed eyes. Woody called, "Pa, look." चले आया पापा के पास. पापा देखो. Penny turned his head. Woody stood beside him. Fawn clutched hard against him. He seemed to Penny that the boy's eyes were as bright as the fawn's. He said, I'm glad you found him. Judy then went to the kitchen. The fawn bobbled after him. A pan of morning's milk stood in the kitchen safe. The cream has risen on it. He skimmed the cream into a jug. He poured milk into a small gourd. He held it out to the fawn. It butted it suddenly, smelling the milk. He saved it precariously from spilling over the floor. It could make nothing of the milk in the ground. He dipped his finger in the milk and thrust them into the fawn's soft, wet mouth. It stuck greedily when he withdrew them. It bleated frantically and butted him. He dipped his fingers again and his fawn sucked. He lowered them slowly into the milk. The fawn blew and sucked and snorted. It stamped its small hoofs impatiently. As long as he held his fingers below the level of the milk, the fawn was content. It closed its eyes dreamily. It was ecstasy to feel its tongue against his hand. Its small tail flicked back and forth. The last of the milk vanished in a swell of fawn and gurgling. स्टोरी थी डियर को लेके आया बच्चा जो जंगल में अकेला छूट गया था. बताएंगे, डू यू थिंक दैट इट्स राइट टू किल एन एनिमल टू सेव ह्यूमन लाइफ? सेंटेंस की स्टडी करनी, कॉलम ए और बी की, फिर प्लान करना है, फिर करेंगे हम लोग क्वेश्चन आंसर. जोडी वॉज वरीड अबाउट द फॉन. Penny felt hemmed in when he killed the dog. When Jody proposed to bring the fawn home. When Penny proposed to bring the fawn home. When Johnny proposed, Jody proposed, that's the Jody. Dr. Wilson and Mills quoted Baxter. Jody. A male fawn is the one on whom there are spots everywhere. The spots are all in a line. Why was the dog killed? To save Penny's life. Yet to be consumed for meat. Penny's life. क्वेश्चन आंसर करेंगे नोटबुक में, फिल इन द ब्लैंक भी आप कर लेंगे. सेंटेंसेस के बारे में है यहाँ, मिलेंगे नेक्स्ट चैप्टर में. थैंक यू.